Hey everyone, happy Friday. It's Jeff Radcliffe here from Post Launch, sitting with my good friend Kyle Markman.
Thanks, Jeff.
Hey buddy, thanks for coming here.
This is fun.
We were just commenting on how incredibly white we both look. So let's wait for the sun to come out and we'll both be tan, and then maybe we'll
I don't know, man.
We'll do the whole thing in
yeah, let's do this again in like September.
Show them the guns. We'll do the whole thing then in like Hispanic accents. That would be super racist, right?
That's pretty bad.
Hope everyone had a great week. It's Friday again. Congratulations. You made it through another fantastic week. The world's still here. I got to do something really super cool and fun this week. I had a friend who wrote a book that was pre-published, and his publisher came in and allowed us to do a focus group in here, which was really pretty interesting. I never had the opportunity to sit with someone, and they asked questions about the characters and the plot development, and did we like stuff, did we not like stuff, and I felt like a real big shot, like Ari Gold must feel like most of the time.
Did you like it?
Yeah, the book was really pretty interesting. It was about the sort of socioeconomic decline of our country through the fact that we're collectively dumbing ourselves down through social media.
So you're the perfect
right
guy.
I'm actually the devil in that book. It was pretty rough. But yeah, really pretty interesting and something that was fun. But it was neat to be part of a focus group. So enough about me. I'm going to introduce you to my handsome devil of a friend right here, Mr. Kyle Markman.
Thanks, man.
Kyle.
That's the picture you used.
You like that picture?
I have not seen that picture in years.
Well, how long ago were you arrested when you got that picture taken? You look fantastic. I think that's from your LinkedIn page.
Really?
Yeah. It's got to be, right? Kyle, let's talk about Kyle's the founder of Royal Crawl and Silent Savasana. I say it right that time?
You did that right.
I feel like I should. I've done yoga. I feel like I should be less of a tool.
No.
No, I'm still going to be a tool regardless.
You haven't made it out to a Silent Savasana yet, have you?
I know, right? You always do them on my hangover days.
7 days a week.
If it ends with a Y, I'm typically hungover. Those are my when your cheat day is every day.
Great.
It's not really cheating, right? So tell me about Royal Crawl and Silent Savasana.
All right, so start with Silent Savasana. We have the silent disco technology here in Las Vegas, and we applied it to yoga.
Silent disco technology.
So what silent disco is, silent disco is a live DJ performing and no speakers. The only way to hear the music is with the headphones that we provide.
Okay.
So it's a big dance party, but from the outside looking in, it's dead silent.
And it's cool, right?
It's very cool, very fun. We also can have multiple music channels on each headphone, so you can click to what you want to listen to. So especially when people drink and at the end of the night, people are dancing with each other and listening to different music.
Nice.
Also, from the outside looking in, it looks like a raging dance party, and it's dead silent.
Whisper quiet.
Until people hear a hook that they want to hear, and then all of a sudden everyone shouts, "Back that ass up," or something.
That's awesome.
So we took that technology, applied it to yoga, and Silent Savasana was born. And so we can take yoga anywhere outside of the traditional studios that are small and gross. And this we do parks, we do pools. We're going to be at the Red Rock and the Green Valley Ranch pool all summer.
Cool.
And everyone wears the headphones. It's almost like a shield goes over you, because when you put these on, no one looks at each other. It's just all about you. We spread out. It's outdoors. We do it at night. See the stars.
Very
and we
cool.
have live music and a live DJ and a live instructor going right into your ears.
And from what I understand, it's it sells out almost every single time, right? People really want to get in and they really want to experience this because it's something totally new and totally different.
Yes, and we'll be going on sale for our next major event next week at silentsavasana.com. New website actually launches Monday, so don't go on it till Monday.
Okay,
But,
and plus, if you can't spell Savasana like me, or neighborhood or restaurant, then you should...
Especially the guy whose name is Jeff with a G.
Right?
That's
G,
bad.
with a G string. We'll link it all up in this video in the comment section, so you can go right in and see it. Also, be sure to follow on social media: Facebook, Twitter, YouTube,
Yes,
so that you can get invites to next events. And I find that's one of the best ways that I like to hear about it, because I get the invites, I follow. So I know they actually just go right into my calendar and I'm notified.
Social media has been the key to our success. The very first event we did had 5 people in a park in Summerlin, and now we're 200, 300, 400 every single time, and it's all digital marketing. It's all social media.
That's so cool. The technology that is used is something pretty unique, right? To be able to transmit those, it's not over Bluetooth. Right?
It's not over Bluetooth. It's our own frequency that comes straight from the DJ booth and goes out to everyone's headsets. So
nice.
Don't steal my headsets.
Do you think, from a marketing perspective, we could insert some subliminal advertising messaging?
We have tried that, actually.
Really?
We have tried that. At a beer festival, we had drink Guinness.
Really?
Go into it. Yeah.
Did it work?
No.
Bummer.
But it was a good idea.
That is fun.
Well, we can brand it, and we can do different branding ideas, but it's really social media gold because you're doing yoga, you're dancing in a different environment.
That's pretty cool. That's really pretty cool. It sounds... I regret the fact that I haven't been out to do it yet, because it sounds freaking awesome.
Yes.
I'm not a healthy guy, but I do like doing yoga, and the more old I get and the more unhealthy I get, the more my knees and joints and stuff start to fail. So every time I've done yoga, I feel like a boss.
Well, and we all hang out for a couple hours after at the pool or at the bar, because once you've done your workout for the day, then you don't mind drinking the rest of the day.
Right.
So.
Right.
And the Green Valley one's going to be Sunday mornings, so we can tan afterwards, which we both need.
Yeah. So next time when you see this, stay tuned. It's going to look like Sports Center. I don't know. Is there a lot of dark guys on Sports Center?
I would have gone with like a surfing contest or something.
This is awful. Yeah, surfing contest. We'll go with that. So let's jump into our program here. We're going to talk about a couple of things that happened in the World Wide Web this week. Some neat, fun, different things happened. There was some actually interesting news that came out of India. And I don't know if you've been following India news. India was offered free internet from Facebook, the folks at Facebook. And kudos to India for this, because we're going to talk about corporate tech giants in their t-shirts trying to take... Holy cow, looks like you're wearing the exact Zuckerberg outfit. Look at this guy.
Ah, great.
That could be you.
Oh, man, we're white.
Purse your lips.
So white.
Can you do the duck mouth thing? I love it. Kyle Zuckerberg. Wow, man, that is uncanny. Yeah, so Facebook offered free internet to the people of India. Several billion, well, I guess there's 1 billion people in India, right? But several hundred thousand, several million people would have the opportunity, never in the past who had the opportunity to connect to the web, to be able to do that now with this new thing that Facebook offered. Only it was Internet Lite, which was very Facebook-centric. They called it Free Basics that was there. And because it was Facebook-centric, the people in India said, no, thank you. We prefer our internet to be open and unencumbered by tech giants, which I thought was pretty cool for the people of India. Because when you think about the power of the internet in different societies, to bring people out of third world societies into first world societies and communicate, it is going to give them free access.
I think so too. This is kind of the anti-North Korea.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is great for the people. Why not wait?
Right.
Wait.
Yeah. Hold out.
Don't sell on the first one. Mark Cuban style.
Yeah. Exactly. Another cool thing that came out. That's not it. In Mumbai, they have created no, because a lot of people are dying in specific places where there's selfies. And I went through and I read the article. How often do you take a selfie?
Very rarely, but I was just hit in the head yesterday on the strip by a selfie stick.
Really?
Hit on the side of the face by a selfie stick.
No means no, Kyle.
About
You can't.
They're the most annoying things ever. So I think
are?
the whole strip should be anti-selfie stick, anti-selfie too. But.
Okay. Don't you think it lends something to the credibility when people are seeing pictures of all sorts of cool stuff? Did you happen to see the video of the guy who filmed his entire vacation with his GoPro pointing in the wrong direction on a selfie stick in Las Vegas?
No.
Probably a month and a half ago, we did it on the show, and the guy had his selfie stick out that his son-in-law bought him, and he was pointing at himself the whole time. And he says, "Wow, there's the Luxor, there's the Bellagio fountains." And he was pointing around, and the whole camera for a week's vacation was just him.
That's something I would have done. That's great.
It was pretty brilliant.
But actually, I mean, I think selfies are fantastic because, especially with the silent Savasana and the yoga with the headphones and all that, it's social media gold for us. So,
right. So
our events are not no selfie zones.
Good. So in Mumbai, there's certain areas at certain tourist locations where people are dying, whether or not they're stepping in front of trains, whether or not they're falling off of cliffs. So they went through and they found, I think they said 16 locations where they were now putting in no selfie areas. You're legally not allowed to take a selfie, and if you do, you get fined 1,200 rupees, or about 13 euros.
Wow.
Which is equivalent of what? $15 US?
Yeah, like $18, something like that.
Right. So if you do decide to take I was going to say roofie. If you do decide to take a selfie in India, make sure that you've got 20 spot on you so you can figure that out pretty quick.
Wow.
Kind of clever, right? I mean, I feel I don't know the inner workings of Mumbai, but I guess it's something that they needed to fix.
So can they bust you afterwards? Can they go onto your Instagram and see that you did it and come after you?
That is a fantastic idea, Kyle. We should put together. Wow, we should reach out to the government in India and offer a selfie policing service. Yeah.
There you go.
And we'll manage the fines. We'll hand them out. We can fine Americans on behalf of India, and as long as they've got something to back it up, we'll do a 50-50 revenue split.
Done.
Boom, science. I like it. I like coming up with new ideas.
And now they can provide internet for all their people.
Yeah.
Based on
from their selfie fines revenue. They should even call it the Selfie Fine Revenue Web. SFRW. No,
Killed it.
Too far? All right. Everything needs a clever name.
And one that people can spell. I may have messed that one up.
Right. Like Savasana. Remember the Ashley Madison hacking thing that happened toward the end of last year?
Of course.
The top 10 Michigan cities with the most Ashley Madison accounts were published this week. You're not from Michigan?
No,
You have
Texas.
a family in Michigan?
I do not.
I wonder if they have a Texas one. It's sort of interesting when you look at this stuff, and I don't know why this one I kind of came across. Allentown, has 2,800 people and almost 500 Ashley Madison accounts.
Are you from there?
No, I'm from Idaho.
Oh, okay. Just saying.
Birmingham, Michigan, 17,000 people with 2,800 accounts, 16%, 17%. I don't know. It sounds like maybe it's the new hookup capital of the Northern Peninsula.
Yeah. Why is Michigan so high?
I don't know. It sounds interesting.
Can you go to the full? Is that will that break it down by state?
That might give us the whole of Michigan. Pretty interesting. It would be interesting on a national level, where the best place to bet people is, and then maybe they could put that on a T-shirt. There's another business idea.
There you go.
When we're not busy finding Instagram users, we're going to be putting T-shirts on if we're married.
We cheat on our spouse.
Hashtag.
So that's how we can get corporate branding onto digital platforms. That should be sponsored by Trojan.
There we go. Perfect. Yeah. Ashley Madison, sponsored by Trojan.
Yep.
I like it. Pokemon. Remember these guys? When you were a nerd kid and no one would hang out with you?
Yes.
Pokemon turned 20 years old.
Pikachu is my one friend.
Right? So here's a picture of this tiny yellow monster playing with this kid's balls. I don't even know if I have a follow-up joke to that. But it seems like it's interesting that Pokemon's been around for 20 years. I don't think I've ever played it. I do think I watched the cartoon once or twice just to sort of immerse myself in something.
And I think it was the N64 game was really fun.
Was it?
Yeah, you're trying to take pictures of all the guys.
Okay.
Fun.
Oh, the game was to take pictures of Pokemon?
I had two little brothers, so the game that
Are you really?
Yeah.
That's cool. That sounds good. As an adult, you should do it for little brother. He's your younger brother. You should do punches. Or
I was thinking shots.
Let's jump back. Last week we talked a little bit on something to the FBI wants to be able to brute force hack Apple phones, so the passwords they possibly can at them without them locking the robots trying to hack. And saying no, that's ridiculous. If we open it, anybody can do it.
Right.
So the story came out on you weren't here on our program last week. We talked about the fact extremely unlikely the U.S. federal government doesn't already have the ability to get into these phones. I think it contact us or reach in as an expert. But, so Tim Cook says, no way. We're not going to give anything to the FBI, the CEO of Apple. But ABC News also reported this story, that plenty of hackers are submitting information to the FBI showing how you can actually get into an iPhone.
So they can already do it.
That was the case that we made, that they probably already had the technology. They needed to make a public showing of this because it's such a visible case that if they said, oh, we got in the iPhone, all these people would be like, whoa, wait a minute. So they kind of had to go to Apple to ask permission after the fact, asking forgiveness instead of permission, right?
So do you think they have the technology?
Oh, yeah. They actually outline it right in this article on ABC News, how you break into an iPhone.
Really?
So maybe the FBI can sort of read this stuff.
And they're saying Edward Snowden? So the third statement is totally true.
Yep.
He can do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So there we go. So maybe the FBI should just read the internet for a little bit. Pretty fun, right?
Yeah, I can't believe that...
You want to try it? You have an iPhone, right?
Yeah.
Let's break into it.
No.
Oh,
that's scary, though. They can already do it, huh?
Yeah. Pretty interesting stuff, right?
Yeah, I need to be a lot nicer to people on my phone.
Yeah, there's some crazy things out there that they can get into. And they're worried about people wiping them remotely. I talked to a guy who used to do some special ops stuff, and they would carry a Faraday bag, which was like a radio. It would lock out all radio signals and cellular signals. And they would, when they captured a terrorist or captured a suspect, they would throw their cell phone in there right away until they could get it to a clean room where they could actually lock out all external signals so they couldn't wipe their phones.
Wow.
Which was kind of a neat concept.
So if the FBI can get into our phones and extract data, can they put data in?
I would I would probably say yes.
And if they can do it, can anyone do it?
Right. Well, with the privacy...
It's like Inception in a phone.
Right. Well, you mean a dream within a dream? Within a dream? With Leonardo DiCaprio and Joseph Gordon-Levitt?
That one.
And the movie you have to watch 9 times because you didn't really follow it?
Yeah, but it's still so good.
I didn't follow Furious 7, and I've watched it like 9 times.
It was so bad. It was so bad.
You didn't like Furious 7?
No, how did that car jump 2 buildings, man?
It was great, right? They're in the Middle East. Stuff happens.
So bad.
Stuff is always different in the Middle East.
Fast 5 was the best one.
Was that the one in Brazil?
Yeah.
I like Fast 5 a lot too. One of my faves. All right, we're gonna continue on with the show. We're gonna do our one of my favorite segments that I always like this because it's always worth a laugh. Our viral video of the week. I'm gonna take something. You like our graphics?
Yeah, this is good.
That sound effect was my mouth. I can also do the Transformers when they transform, when they're like. And works out good. Okay, so this is one that I stumbled across this morning. This is a boyfriend versus girlfriend compilation. And I've seen a lot of these out here, these sort of prank style videos. Have you seen these?
No.
This one was published on, where's the published date here? I was just looking at it. Wow, now I've lost it. I think it was showing published February 21st, so it's 5 days old, but it's got 34 million views right here. February 24th. Wow, I'm missing it. 2 days ago, it's seen 34 million times. That's pretty cool, right? How's that? That's
amazing.
A lot of people ask, how do you make a video go viral? And the underlying psychology behind it is you have to have something that connects with you on an emotional level. It's going to make you happy. It's going to make you angry. It's going to make you disturbed, depressed, sad, horny, whatever the emotional level is that you attach to. So we're gonna run this video. It's almost 2 minutes long. So we'll sit and I'll play the whole thing for the audience here, and we'll have some laughs. Are you ready?
Do it.
Oh, there we go.
Like that. I'll just get a quick photo view of the city in the background. Hold on, no. Take off your glasses. You want me to touch this bit up? Just touch this bit up first. I reckon you look better with breast implants.
All right. So, fun, right?
Oh man.
I'd be curious to see how long this one goes. And I gotta think, what a fun relationship, right?
Yeah. So my question is, how does this start? Someone posts this. How does it go viral from there? It's obviously hilarious and a lot of people can connect.
Right.
What's step 2?
So people start to share it. I see this and I share it. And I've already done it. The first time I saw it, it took me about 4 seconds to share it. And now my friends, my 1,200 Facebook followers or how many I've got will say, oh, that is funny. And they'll start to share it. And as they share it, I'll start to like it. So it will gain in popularity. And that's just on Facebook. We also have YouTube sharing where this video probably is. We also have people sharing it on Twitter. And I mean, it's too long for a Vine video, but there's plenty of opportunities to showcase this stuff out there.
So it really just starts with you liking your friends. If you were the one that posted it, it's your buddy that starts it.
That starts it. So the social media is designed for things to not go truly viral without some kickstart anyway, a catalyst, which now means money. If you have a video that makes you laugh out loud, then like the 5 times you could watch this video and just continue to laugh and laugh and laugh. If you really want it to go viral, throw a little bit of money behind it. And I'm not talking a lot. We had a video that we shot that wasn't funny, but it was emotionally connecting. It was the founder of Southern Wine and Spirits, Larry Ruvo, talking about Alzheimer's research and how it impacted his family. And it was a very heartfelt video, and it was just captured on the spot. It was very raw, like this video here. We threw $30 at it, and in 5 hours it had gotten seen 22,000 times.
Wow.
It was totally worth the opportunity. Now, video advertising, the conversion rates are through the roof. If we would have taken time to edit it, include some sort of ask and link into it, it would have been that much better. But this stuff, I mean, it's really a matter of just getting it up there, and talking about the opportunity to push it out there. But emotionally connecting is what it takes. This podcast or this webcast that we're doing right now, it hopefully connects with people on an emotional level where they feel like they're learning something, but at the same time they're having a laugh and maybe getting something interesting. So,
right.
So that's kind of what we look at.
Okay.
Next section, your website sucks. # bad websites. If anybody has any bad websites they want to submit, this week's website was submitted to me by someone on the team, and it was worth a laugh. So we're going to kind of pull it in. Now, and people who watch this regularly, know that I always focus on 4 main things, and that's who we are, what we do, why you should do business with us, and how to do business with us. This week's website is RIP Commerce Tax. Now in Nevada right now we're going through, the state wants to impose a tax on commerce, and from what I understand, I'm probably going to get this wrong, but the crux of it is any business making over $4 million is going to have to pay something like 25% of that back in taxes to the state, regardless of what your profit is. That's top line revenue. And there was a lot of this. There was a lot of controversy around this around the last election. I think it was Prop 3 or something. There's a lot of repeal Prop 3 type of stuff. So
yeah, I saw that.
This site's up here now. This is the website to help people to get a petition to sign to send to our state legislature to say, I want to help repeal the commerce tax. I'm going to go ahead and just dive into why this website sucks really quick. 4 things that matter. Who we are, what we do, why you should do business with us, how to do business with us. So, who we are. We have absolutely no idea who this is. Smiley face, rest in peace commerce tax, a great value for Nevada taxpayers. What the hell is that? We don't know what kind of company you are. We know you have a big smiley face.
Also, rollback referendum looks, with the smiley face, looks like a Walmart commercial.
Right. And the smiley face looks really happy, overlaid like a fairly negative comment with the rest in peace death thing.
Yeah.
So who we are is pretty terrifying. There's a video there of some in-sync reject with his frosted tips and his part down the middle. But I don't know why I want to watch this guy sitting in his living room with his suspenders. And there's no compelling call to action for me to click on this. So who we are, what we do, looks like a lot of reading. Now we talk to the fact that most people, you're going to lose them after 100 words. You're going to lose half your audience at 100 words. That's about 2 sentences before they're done. So step 1. Here are step-by-step for sending, RIP commercial tax petition. I don't know why I want to sign this thing to start with. I don't know what it is, but let's just say I take the time to research it. Step 1, you must be a registered investor. Okay. Step 2, which is in red, which means it must be more important than step 1. Click on the link below immediately to access the petition online. Step 3, sleep.
This is like so much work.
Right.
So much work to sign a petition. 9
Who we
steps.
Are, what we do. Right. Who we are, what we do, and then why. There's a big why that's missing. I happen to know a little bit about the commerce tax because I was exposed to it in a presentation, but this does a horrible job of telling me why I should care about this commerce tax.
This site also looks like a bad advertisement.
Yeah. It does.
It looks like a pop-up advertisement.
A pop-up advertisement and someone who's going to steal your identity.
Yes.
There's no phone number. There's no contact information. There's no name behind it. There's a video linked in from YouTube, which could be anybody. If I was actually willing to become part of this movement and help repeal the commerce tax or help kill the commerce tax, this website would scare the absolute dog shit out of me. So I wouldn't do anything on this site at all. It doesn't look professional. It doesn't look political. Maybe that's done by design. Maybe it was published by the people who actually want the commerce tax.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, right? Reverse psychology.
Sabotage there.
Here's your website, commerce tax naysayers. Good luck with stuff. Finally, contact information. How to do business with us. Download now. Oh, I just downloaded something. Oh, green screen of death. Oh, wow. Even more.
Even
stuff.
Worse.
Consider your audience, folks. Again, 50%. Holy cow!
Does everything have to be italic?
No.
Jeez.
26 pages of legalese.
I would love to get their stats on how many people did this.
Right. So, I watched an interesting. Do you ever watch Last Week Tonight with John Oliver?
Yes.
Did you watch the net neutrality one that he talked about?
No.
He talked about the way to get policies changed in America is make them so incredibly boring and arduous that nobody will ever read them. And his comment is that you could put the entire text of Mein Kampf in the Apple iTunes user agreement, and you're just going to hit agree.
So true.
Because we're too lazy and we're too uneducated. To read 26 pages of this stuff would probably take me an hour to be able to digest it and at least form a thought on it. And the amount of questions that will be derived from this are going to be so over the top that I don't know that I'm actually going to be able to even come to a resolution within a week.
No. Plus, this seems like once you sign this, the FBI can definitely hack into your phone.
Your iPhone, right?
Your iPhone.
Who was one of their early investors we were talking about?
Oh, Forrest Gump.
That's right. Forrest Gump had it figured out. Just mow lawns and invest in Apple.
He doesn't have to think about money anymore. It's one less thing.
I think I'm gonna retract our offer to chase fines for India because I want to mow lawns and invest in Apple.
Good idea.
Yeah. Perfect.
Bubblegum shrimp.
Perfect. Everybody needs shrimp. Can't argue with shrimp. So we have that. All right. Here's what we're going to talk about this week. We actually have some business to get to as we're getting toward the end of our cast. Digital visibility opportunities. What? Announcer voice says in announcer voice. So here's why this is important, and here's why this is something to talk about. Digital visibility, I picked this sort of semi-generic buzzword because it's going to, in this case, encompass ad and content placement on various networks. Now, at post-launch, we do marketing for a company that is in the medical marijuana space. Two of the biggest opportunities to gain an audience are to buy ads on Google through Google AdWords or to buy ads on social media, Facebook, Instagram. Both of those sources do not allow advertising for medical marijuana. Even though on a state level it's legal, because it is still federally illegal, they feel that taking money from this action that is considered illegal could potentially be a violation of some sort of rules and commerce regulations that they've got in place. So they don't do it. So we look at this, and I'm going to use that as an example. We look at opportunities to grow the visibility of their business through other channels. And this is something that's relatively unique in this day and age, where there's all sorts of opportunities to buy advertising that doesn't have to be Facebook and it doesn't have to be Google. That's where the majority of the audience is, but a clever marketeer or marketaint or marketone would be able to find new and unique ways to advertise. Now, alcohol has ran the same gamut over the years, right? Alcohol, they can't advertise in traditional print. They can't advertise in a lot of different places. I don't know that I can necessarily... I'd have to double check. I don't know that Anheuser-Busch can buy Google ads to say buy Budweiser right now.
I don't know. They can buy Super Bowl ads, so...
Right, but television media is a little bit more different, right?
I don't know, because on Facebook at least you can target age.
Right. To hijack. Well, you can target on...
But Super Bowl, I mean, a 3-year-old could be watching.
Yeah. Well, 3-year-olds need Budweiser too. They got a lot on their plate. With playtime and blocks and mom's always spanking them and stuff. You don't remember? Lots of child spanking, clearly. So, yeah, Budweiser does have an ad.
They do.
I did a direct search, and we do see an ad showing up for Budweiser. So I guess they are allowing this, but...
And it comes up even though you spelled Budweiser wrong.
Yeah, see? Thanks, science, for dumbing me down search by search. Here's something that would be super fun, Kyle. We should do this. You can actually claim the Nevada beverage company that's coming up for Budweiser. This is something, this comes up all the time. Seriously, people, just go in and claim your business before I do it. Because I'll come in here and take this over and change your phone number. And when people are calling me for beer distributors, I'll have them come into my office and I'll sell them search marketing.
Or make it the Bud. Change it to the Bud company and there's your marijuana.
Yeah, there's our marijuana.
There's your marijuana advertising.
Boom, science. See, ideas abound when Kyle's on the show. Here's what we're looking at. Opportunities. So can I talk about your Royal Crawl?
Yes.
For a minute. So Royal Crawl is a really pretty impressive and kick-ass mobile application that is designed to help people experience new dining, nightlife, bar, not so much club, right? But
yeah, more bar.
Bar and lounge locations. So the way it works, and is there a URL for Royal Crawl? Is it still up?
No.
Okay, so we'll link it up in the webcast after it's published on YouTube. But what Royal Crawl does is it allows you to, if anybody's ever been familiar with a poker crawl or poker run.
Poker run.
It's poker run meets pub crawl. A poker run is really kind of a fun thing, and they do this a lot for charitable organizations. Bikers do it, Road Warriors for Jesus, all those, all those
Hells Angels.
Yeah. So they'll pick 5 or 6 venues, and they're typically rural bars, and they'll go in and they'll hang out for a few minutes, and they'll get a playing card.
Right.
And with that playing card, they go to the next one. They go to the next one. They go to the next one. They get 5 playing cards. There's usually 5 stops on a poker run. Now the individual or the team with the best hand wins a prize at the end of the run.
Right.
So it's something fun to do. It gets you out. It gets you engaged. It gets you to hang out with like-minded people. Kyle has taken it to the nth degree where he's developed a digital version of this where people can sign up and be part of a program to go do a pub crawl in probably a more localized regional spot,
Yes,
right?
it's always within walking distance. We also partner with Lyft to make sure that nobody drives.
Cool.
But you would go bar to bar with your friends, and when you check in on the app, you show the bartender just like Groupon style. She swipes and clicks.
Yep.
You get a free well or domestic cocktail, well cocktail, domestic beer, and then your next playing card turns over.
Yep.
You have to wait a minimum of 30 minutes.
Right.
And then you go to the next bar, which is walking distance, and you keep checking in. There's 5 bars on the route, and you can go to any bar in any order. Also, you don't have to get an alcoholic beverage. You can get a Coke or a Pepsi or a water or something.
We should say that neither Coke nor Pepsi nor water paid for advertising on this cast.
And then once you're completed, it unlocks, and it unlocks something special. So we did one at the Link in Las Vegas, and once you had all 5 cards, it unlocked, and you got to go on the High Roller, which is the biggest Ferris wheel in the world.
Yeah.
And everyone competed against each other, 500 people, and our top prize was a hoverboard.
Nice.
And then everyone asked, well, did it blow up? Did it catch fire?
God, everyone's got the dumbest questions. So did it blow up or catch fire?
It did not, because I bought it from the winner, and I just cruise around my neighborhood now.
That's great. So the reason I wanted to bring it up, and one of the reasons Kyle's on the show today, is to talk about that product as a sponsorship visibility vehicle. It could be a venue. It could be an alcohol producer, right? It could be, if somebody like Ciroc Vodka wanted to sponsor the event, and you walked in, and you could get your Ciroc. Maybe you got 2 for 1 if you had a Ciroc Ciroc blended cocktail at the locations on the venue. So they could move more of their product. They could get new people exposed to their product. It's a way to get people in the face without people who are doing direct Google searches, without people who are trying to, scroll through their social media wall to see what's out there.
Right, and what you were saying earlier about the emotional connection, why videos go viral, it's the same thing that brands want with their logos or their logo placement or just their brand in general.
Right.
So our app is connected to, automatically to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and working on Snapchat. So when you upload your picture of your hands or what bar you're at or the picture of you and your friends through the app, it goes straight. It will include the Ciroc logo on it, or we can tag Ciroc on it.
Yep. There's
multiple ways for Ciroc to be part of it. So you know how Facebook a year ago today or 4 years ago today.
Memories, yeah.
Facebook memories. They're great. And now a year from now, we'll see the Ciroc memory that we had on that bar crawl.
Right. Which is pretty cool, and I think it's the opportunity to.
Everyone wins on it. Everyone wins. Branding wins. The case buys get movement. The bars get packed.
Yeah.
And we have a good time.
Exactly. But from a marketer's perspective, it's a unique way to get your brand out there.
Yes.
And we look at a lot of these different opportunities when we work with our clients and say, hey, this is great, and this is all well and good, but just buying AdWords and just buying social media advertising doesn't have to be the end-all be-all of your marketing campaign.
Right. There's
There's really cool ways to get different stuff and different engaged users who are going to be your target audience. One of the things I really like about Royal Crawl, if we're talking about venues being sponsors, if we're talking about venues being sponsors or talking about alcohol producers being sponsors, the cool thing about it is you have that audience. The people that are there already like to go out to bars and nightclubs. They already have friends, hopefully, or they're trying to make friends.
right.
Why not push out, the information that's going to be most relevant to that audience? We talk about laser targeting versus just buying, a billboard or buying a radio ad.
And not only is it laser targeting, it's laser timing targeting. These people are on their way to a bar.
Right.
What better time to hit them with a message about Guinness or Ciroc or something like that?
Yeah. So if Guinness or Ciroc happen to be watching this and they want to help sponsor this podcast, I'll fill this with vodka and drink it through the whole thing. Or Guinness and drink it through the whole thing. But not without a sponsor. I'm an internet whore. All right. We are going to talk about our marketing tip of the week. And this is something I harp on a lot. We live in a video age where if a picture speaks 1,000 words, then a picture that delivers 27 frames per second speaks, I don't know, I can't do math. It's something that 27 million words.
Something like that.
So I talk to people about this a lot, and people say, hey, wow, you do a weekly webcast? And I say, yeah, it's not difficult. You just turn your camera and talk about something. So this week, we want people to film themselves. And I've suggested this in the past, doing a 10-day video challenge. Every day for 10 days, turn on your webcam, turn on your cell phone, and film yourself talking about something relevant for 10 days. You'll start a habit. You'll be able to get comfortable being on camera. This is probably our 30th episode of this webcast, and if you go back and watch the history of these things, they were pretty choppy at first. And now they're less choppy. Still a lot of white guys on this thing. So if anyone feels that this webcast is getting too white, we'll brown it up a little bit at some point.
We should talk about the Oscars.
Yeah, right?
We're basically the Oscars of webcasts.
So I encourage people to go out there and film yourselves. Practice talking on camera. Practice feeling comfortable. Do it by yourself. Do it in a room where you're all alone, in the dark, pants off, whacking it. Wait, we're talking about something else entirely already. Talk about something that's interesting to you today. Talk about your life, your family, your new computer, your dog pooped on the rug, and your Roomba robot picked it up and ran around the house with it. Talk about something that you find interesting. It doesn't even have to be original content. Talk about a movie that you saw. Last night, my friend had me watch The Seventh Son, which was probably the worst movie I've seen ever.
I don't even know what that is.
No, it came out in like 2014 and had 13% on Rotten Tomatoes. So we just Mystery Science Theatered up the whole thing and talked through it.
Wow.
We had a good time. But talk about something. Get used to being on camera and then watch yourself. See how you react. See how you look. Are you cool like me, or are you weird as shit like Kyle? Are you laughing? Are you engaging? Is it something that you can continue doing? Any tips for going on video?
No.
You hadn't done a ton before today, right?
No, this is my first.
Awesome.
How am I doing?
You're doing really good. You're engaging and you're fun and you're handsome and you have this sort of hipster beard coming in. I'm super jealous.
I know, it's weird. Well, you should have told me 10 days ago and I would have done this.
No, that's good.
Why didn't you tell me 10 days ago? I would have talked 10 days.
I don't see how this is
myself.
my fault all of a sudden.
This is all your fault.
I feel like I'm being attacked here. Do this, Kyle. Give us the web address where people can find out about your projects. Email address if they want to contact you. If somebody wants to host a silent yoga, you can do that, right?
Yes, so silentsavasana.com, although the new website launches in a couple days. royalcrawl.com.
Okay.
Those are the two main ones. My email is kylemarkman@gmail.com.
KYLEMARKMAN
@gmail.com, and then or call me or text me 702-370-4559.
Okay, and we'll link up all of Kyle's contact information. If you have any questions, you can contact us through, this will go out on YouTube. You can email us or message us through the service or visit us online at postlaunch.co. You can call our office 702-800-2131 or email in at blastoff@postlaunch.co. And if there's ever any questions, feel free to submit them in advance. We'll be sure to answer them. If you've got any questions about your own campaigns, opportunities on the web. I want to thank Kyle for coming on.
Thanks for having me, Jeff.
I had a good time. I hope you had a good time.
Are you going to come to the yoga class on March 30th?
Yep, it's officially on the line. People saw me say, yes, I will come to a yoga class.
Wow.
So we'll make that happen. Can I take some videos and do some live streaming?
Yes, and the Friday after, you need to show this audience what you look like. I'll film you doing this.
Can I wear a loose shirt and periscope my tum-tum hanging out the bottom?
Lululemon tight stuff and just falling over.
I know you're joking, but I actually have a shitload of Lululemon stuff.
Lululemon will not sponsor the cast if you wear that.
Probably not. Everyone have a great weekend and stay warm if you're where we are. Stay cool if you're in the East Coast. Right? Who knows? Funny thing is, if I get really funny, like they'll all start laughing, but there's like a 15-second delay when it encodes and streams.
So they're behind us.
Yeah, so we'll tell a joke sometimes and then look at them and wait to see if everybody.
Are they all watching?
Uh-huh. Them and like 50 other people.
50?
We don't usually. I don't think I've had 100 people tune into the podcast.
Now that I know